Hello YouTube, welcome back to another video blog. Today I have a very special video blog for you guys because I got a new itouch 3G. Now sadly you guys didn't hear this, but my itouch 4G broke. I don't want to talk about it, I'm still pretty sad about it, so I got this itouch 3G here as a replacement. It was actually relatively cheap compared to the new itouch 4G, which just came out a few months ago. So this is last year's model from 2009. This is a 32GB. Let me just show you guys it without the case on. It has this nice griffin case. Now before you ask what this paper is for, it's so the residue that comes from this case doesn't get on the back and ruin it. As you can kind of see, it somewhat did already. But yeah, it does a pretty decent job at protecting it from scratches. It's in pretty good condition, as you guys can see. We're just going to put that back on. Now sadly this case is kind of cracked. It's not the greatest quality, to be honest. It's a Griffin hard shell case. I'm not really sure the exact model or anything, but as you can see it's kind of broken in a few areas. And I didn't even do anything to do that, it just kind of broke like that. But anyways, today I'm going to be showing you guys what's on my itouch 3G. I really like this thing, it's super nice. I will mention it's not running the latest software. I haven't updated it. I have kept it on the same version of iOS, as it's now called, since I got it. But let's start off with the home screen, or lock screen, I mean, sorry. So here we have the lock screen wallpaper, which is an Audi R8. Absolutely beautiful car. I love that car. It's super cool. Found this on the internet, and yeah, I set it as my lock screen wallpaper, and it looks absolutely amazing. Love it. As you can see, I'm filming this video very early in the morning because why not? I was just modding GTA San Andreas on my computer, so that's fun. We're going to slide to unlock, and basically in this video blog I'm going to be showing you guys these 2 pages of apps. I'm going to be getting to the games in the part 2 of this video blog. But yeah, so I'm going to be showing you guys what's on this itouch. And I'm not going to show you every single app for some different reasons. But yeah, let me just go through what each app does and all that. So first off, we have mail. You guys probably know what mail is. You probably use email and all that. I use the standard email app on this thing, and it works really well. I use it with Gmail, and yeah, it's really fun. I can email my friends and all that, and it works great. Not much else to say about mail. Next we have calendar. I somewhat use this, not very often. I think I synced it with iTunes like once. I don't know, I don't use it all that often. I mean, I don't really add things to the calendar on a very recent basis or anything. Next we have Safari, which is the default web browser that comes on this itouch, and I use it sometimes. As you'll see later, it's not the web browser that I use the most. It works pretty well overall though, but the other web browser has some more features which makes it better. Then we have contacts. There's not much in there, and I'm not going to show that for obvious reasons. It's a very nice contacts app, but I mainly just have emails in here because, as you know, this is not an iPhone, so it can't text. Basically, you can just email, so I just have a bunch of emails for my friends in there. And then we have the voice memos app. I'll kind of show you guys this one. There's a cool thing you can do. Oh, never mind. I guess you need headphones plugged in. But this is a voice memos app. It's a voice recorder, so you can record voice notes. It's really cool. If you have headphones plugged in, this does not have a microphone, by the way, so you can't really use it unless you use headphones. You can tap on the mic and it will show the VU move up, so that's pretty cool, like it would on a actual thing or whatever. Then we have stocks, which I never ever use because I don't care about that stuff. And then maps, that's another one of my favorite applications on this thing. I use it a lot. Sometimes I just go on maps and just kind of like look around the world from a satellite view. Super fun, it's pretty awesome, and you can also use it for directions, which isn't super useful for an itouch because it only works when it has Wi-Fi. And then next we have weather, another one of my favorite apps on here. I usually check the weather about like every day. You know, I use it to see how hot or cold it's going to be outside, and then I dress accordingly for that. So it's very useful. I like the weather application a lot on this. Then we have clock, which has a timer, stopwatch, alarm, and then you can see different world clocks around the world, so that's really cool. Pretty nice app. Then we have notes. This is probably my favorite built-in app on the iTouch, and yeah, I use it all the time. I use this thing for note-taking quite often. It's really useful for that. I like typing on the keyboard. Just like all sorts of stuff is in there, like my favorite iPod games, for example, and stuff like that. But I'm not going to show you guys that for some reasons. Then we have the iTunes Store, which I honestly never use. I mainly just use the iTunes Store on my computer and then sync over what I buy on there using iTunes. So that's the iTunes Store. Then we have a calculator, obviously, which for some reason it doesn't work. I think Cydia or the jailbreak might have broke that on accident. Whoops. And then we have settings, which you can configure stuff in there. Which I forgot to mention, this is still running last year's update, iPhone OS 3, which is really fast, and the app support is still great. So for quite a while, this is probably going to still be running iPhone OS 3, even though iOS 4 just came out a few months ago. So that's the settings app. The App Store, obviously, that's how I got all these amazing apps and stuff like that. Then we have Cydia, which if you're jailbroken, it's like a package manager, so you can install tweaks like iFile, which is a file manager, so you can browse the file system on your iPhone and iTouch. So that's really cool. There's lots of cool things in Cydia. You can download like themes and just tweaks that enhance the user interface. It's really awesome. So I definitely recommend jailbreaking your iTouch and iPhone, but do be careful, as it can really screw it up, as you can kind of see with this iTouch here. Now we're going to talk about the apps which I have pinned in my dock. First off, we're going to go into music. I'll just show you guys some of the music I listen to, because it's really epic and it's really good music. So you can see I'm in CoverFlow. I have a lot of music here, about like 300 songs or something. Yeah, I've spent a lot of money on iTunes buying this music, but I'll highlight my favorite albums that I have. Pyromania by Def Leppard is a really good one, as well as Hysteria. And then let's see here, where is Dawkins? Then we have Tooth and Nail. I don't know why it shows it twice. And then Under Lock and Key. So yeah, Def Leppard and Dawkins are my favorite artists. I listen to a lot of 80s hair metal and just 80s rock on here mainly, as well as some more recent stuff like Linkin Park. So that's really cool. That's the music I listen to on here. I use this as an iPod quite frequently. It makes a very good multimedia device. Then we have photos, which I'm not going to show you for personal reasons. And then YouTube, which works really well on here. I love watching YouTube on here. It's super fun, really epic. And then last but not least, we have videos, which there's no videos because I just use YouTube instead. It works really well. So now let's go on to the second page. These are all the third-party apps which I've downloaded from the App Store. First off is Instagram, which is a really cool photo sharing platform. You can like and comment people's photos, and it's just really cool. It's kind of like a social media or something, or whatever you would call it. But yeah, definitely a really good app. It actually is very new. It was just released basically, so definitely go check that out, you guys. It's super awesome. And then next we have Twitter, which is basically like a text-based version of Instagram, kind of, is how I would describe it. People post like text-based posts, kind of like statuses or updates or whatever. It's pretty cool. I'm not going to show you it for personal reasons, but yeah, definitely go check it out as well. It's not as new. It's been around for quite a while. And then next up is AOL Instant Messenger. This is the primary way which I text people on my iTouch. It's super awesome and I absolutely love it. Let me just show you guys kind of how it works here. So we're going to reconnect, and there you go. But yeah, you can basically see your contacts. Oops, there's my contacts. And then here's my profile. I've got a Halo 3 buddy icon, Windows 7 fan because I love Windows 7. And then yeah, you can go to your buddy list. So I have like my AIM friends here. As you can see, I don't have many friends on here, but I just got it not that long ago. So that's super cool. I absolutely love that app. And then this is the web browser of choice which I use. It's called Opera Mini. It's basically like a mobile version of Opera, which is a desktop web browser. It works really well. It's got like extra features that Safari doesn't have, so that's why I like it better than Safari. And then we have Things, which is basically a to-do list app. You can kind of like check things off that you need to do, and then also you can like set the due date for that certain task. So it's really helpful. It's a really great productivity app. Highly recommend it. And then next we have Guitar Tools. This is a very useful app. Sadly, I have to plug in headphones when I use this one because I like to use the tuner so I can tune my guitar. Because my cheap guitar likes to go out of tune a lot, so that's annoying. It also has other features which I don't use, like chords and stuff like that. I don't know. I don't really know anything about that stuff. So then we have the Love Calculator. Basically how this works is you just enter in 2 names and then we'll calculate how compatible you are. It says I'm not compatible with most people, so that's kind of concerning. Not very epic. Then we have Mac Tracker, which is basically a database of like every Apple product, so you can see the specs and all that. Super cool. And these are all the novelty apps. So like Phone Saver is basically just a virtual lightsaber. So that's really cool. And then Pocket Guitar, that's basically a virtual guitar on your iPhone and iTouch. Doodle Buddy, that's a drawing app. And this app is like a banner, so it will display text and kind of, I don't know how to describe it, but can't open it because someone put a very inappropriate message on mine, so I can't show you guys that. I'm going to show you guys iBeer. It's a really fun application. You can make it look like you're drinking beer out of your iPhone and iTouch. You just tilt it and then it looks like you're drinking it. So that's super cool. As well as lighter, this is another cool one. It's basically like a virtual lighter. I'm not really sure what you're supposed to do with it, but it's kind of cool, I guess. I don't know. But anyways, you guys, that's going to be it for part 1 of what's on my iTouch. In the next part, I'll be showing you all the games in depth and explaining which ones are my favorite. But yeah, those are the applications and third-party applications which I use on my iTouch. I absolutely love this thing. It's super awesome and epic. It's very fast and it's just a very nice device. Besides my flip phone, this is the other device which I carry. Also my digital camera which I'm recording on right now. But yeah, I absolutely love this thing, you guys. Thank you guys for watching this video blog. I hope you guys enjoyed it. And I'll see you with part 2 of what's on my epic iTouch 3G.